Hello guys, welcome to another video after quite a long time, and in this video I'll be reviewing the Android KitKat ROM for the Samsung Galaxy Mini. So first of all we would head over to settings. Okay, so this is the Alpha 2 version, so it's quite buggy still now, and as for me, I would say that this is still not a ready ROM for daily usage. I guess you can just try it out and then you can change it. You have to change it because there are like too many bugs right now to be using this ROM. So as you can see, it is Android version 4.4.2, which is the Android KitKat. Okay, so we'll just see the splash screen there. As you can see, Android 4.2.2. so it's the Android KitKat, and this is the Alpha 2 version, and it does have a lot of improvements from the Alpha 1 version, especially like, you know, the Alpha 1 version couldn't make voice calls, and now you can actually do that with this Alpha 2 version. Moreover, you get this transparent home screen right now, you know, true to the KitKat style, which was missing from the Alpha 1 version, so it's there right now in the Alpha 2 version. So we'll open up the phone dialer. Okay, so as of the first time you click on the dialer, it won't show up the dialer, so you can hit back again press it, and then the dialer will show up. So this is another annoying bug which would, like, you know, it's really irritating. So as you can see, the dialer is now resized and properly resized, which was not the case in the Alpha 1 version. So there's another improvement from the Alpha 1 version, but however this stuff is really annoying that, you know, it won't open up the dialer in the first time once, you know, the app is killed. So the voice services as usual don't work, so you get the default messaging app. As you can see, you know, you don't get the Hangouts integration or stuff, and if you would notice, you would see that there is no Google integration at all, so you can't even sign into your Google account or, you know, use Gmail or use G apps or anything. I tried to search online, but I didn't get, you know, G apps that would work. You know, there is nowhere the G apps that would actually give you the core Google integration. So there have been some improvements, and if you check out the XDA page, whose link is down below, you would see that the camera works. But well, okay, the developer trolled us. Well, the camera doesn't work. As you can see, you know, it opens up, it doesn't show can't connect to camera anymore, so that's an improvement. But well, you know, as you can see, the camera really doesn't work. You know, you get no image over here, and also if you click click a picture, it won't take or save any picture, so it's pretty much useless, and we can say that the camera doesn't work. So we'll just head over to the lock screen, and according to the KitKat style, you have the widgets and all. You have the camera on the left hand side, on the right hand side, sorry, but you know, according to the KitKat, it should have a camera icon which would have indicated that, okay, I can swipe right to go to the camera, which is not the case here because that icon is missing. And you have then the CyanogenMod shortcuts over here, so that's basic to any CyanogenMod ROM. So we'll just head over to settings, and you'll see that you have the usual stuff over here, you know, the interface, themes, lock screens. Okay, the Wi-Fi works. Let me just turn it on to show. Okay, so it should connect automatically. Okay, there you go, it's Wi-Fi network connected. So as you can see, the Wi-Fi works pretty much. Okay, the Bluetooth works too, but I can't really show you. I can just turn it on for now. So the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, this stuff works. So well, it's actually cool. So this stuff works, but what I really want from custom ROMs like CyanogenMod would be the voice search, you know, or the voice recognition, which is absent like since Ice Cream Sandwich ROMs. I still don't know why developers don't work on that. Like, you know, the ICS and the Jelly Bean ROMs are pretty old right now, so you know, it should have been working there, but it doesn't. So you have the extra printing feature, which is like new to the KitKat software, but you open up and say no services installed. So I guess like you need to install some printing apps if it would actually work in this ROM. So you have the usual developer options and stuff, so we'll just not go through that right now. You have security, language and input, all traditional stuff. In the location you get 3 new stuffs, like, again, so you get a mode where you can choose high accuracy to use GPS, Wi-Fi and mobile networks for determining location, or you can use battery saving or the device only. Okay, so you can determine how much battery your location services would be using, so that is cool. Okay, so how Google, you know, it doesn't have Google integration, as I said, so that helps from one point of view, that, you know, you save up a lot of RAM that would have eaten up by other applications, like the Google Play services. It has not using up any any memory. So you have 115 MB free, so you have a maximum of 2 applications running right now. So the settings would close as soon as I close settings, so that's an advantage. So you get a lot of free RAM without the Google integration. So you can just download APKs of the internet and use it and install it, which is like pretty much the same. But what you won't get is the Gmail integration or syncing, or let's say you can't use Hangouts because Hangouts won't, either it would crash or the Google Play services won't work, so you won't get that. So at times the gallery crashes. It shows the media process failed. So at times that happens, the gallery fails, the camera doesn't work pretty much as I showed you. The browser is pretty nice, I would say. I don't know why, but it renders JavaScripts pretty well. And I'm on Wi-Fi, so I'm getting a good speed, but it does work on the JavaScripts pretty well. But you can try out the Puffin browser from the Google Play Store, as you would have seen on the page. So that's pretty much about this ROM. There's nothing more to say, as you can see. Oh, okay, one more thing that I wanted to say. So let's head over to expanded desktop. So it's not enabled by default, so all you need to go to is settings and interface, and you need to check this box, expanded desktop. So when that is done, and then you can just hold your power button over there, and you can select expanded desktop. Now this is a pretty old feature. It has been there since Jelly Bean 4.2.2 ROMs, I guess. So that's an old feature, but what's new with this in the KitKat ROM is true to the KitKat style or the KitKat feature. You can it's behaving like a full screen app, so you can swipe up from the top and you can check the notification bar, which wasn't the case in the Jelly Bean ROMs. So this is pretty new and neat, and it is the best feature of the Android KitKat. So when the stable version of this Android KitKat comes out, I will be definitely looking forward to those ROMs just because of this feature. I love it because you get much more of screen real estate when you are in full screen, and it looks better and stuff. So, and then when you can access notifications just by the swipe, it's just great. Okay, so that's pretty great. So that's one thing to look forward to. Plus I look forward to the next build, which will be a working camera, of course, and a little bit of smoothness. As you can see, it lags from here to there in some places, opening up the settings application. As you would see, there you go, there is some lags. So the Wi-Fi works, the Bluetooth works, the data usage, let's show you the data usage. Okay, so data usage, as you can see, that works, no blue screens and stuff like that. So that works pretty well, surprisingly, when the other things doesn't work. So one more new feature of this ROM would be you can hit more and click on Samsung ARM v6 settings. So when you open that up, you get bunch of stuff and useful stuffs so you get this X-stamp filter, which I don't know what it is till now, so I have to check that out on Google. And then you have the background process limit, where you can limit the number of processes that are running in the background. So you can actually optimize RAM with this stuff. Then it's dynamic LMK, which I still don't know what it is. Well, I have to check that out on Google too. You can use the swap memory from the SD card, so that you guys just virtual memory, the paging memory in the Windows PCs. So however, it reduces your SD card life because it will constantly read and write from your SD card. So it's high-end graphics, force high-end graphics effects without the need to disable KitKat's low RAM optimizations. So that's an interesting feature. I kept that switched off, so the ROM runs a bit smoothly. So that's pretty much from this ROM. As I would say, it's still not really ready for daily usage. You can just try it out for fun, and then you would have to go back to some other ROM because it's not really that stable. It doesn't have Google integration as of now. It has no voice search. It has no camera. But the other connectivity features works, as the voice calls, the SMS, the mobile data, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all that works. But still, due to the camera and the stutters from here and there to other little bugs, I still don't think this is a daily usable ROM. So that's enough from this ROM. I'll review the next ROM or the next build that comes out from the Android KitKat. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And there's one more video on an interesting video. Let's keep keep you guys guessing. It's not on custom ROMs, so it's on something else, but it's on Android definitely. So guys, keep guessing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe for more.